Ameniambia niongee.
Si uongee.
Aje nyumbore. Wajira nyumbore. Dikereria ulikuwa asubuhi na mudogo to Martin wa Janeti na mudogo to Karagwa Maraya na mudogo to Sege wa Wiri na mudogo to Mtawaga Tata. Moka wetagwo Leisale asubuhi mapema.
You are ranting. Garuya as an adult, as an MP aspirant, Githaiga alikuwa analipwa na Garuya alikuwa analipwa, Githaiga alikuwa analipwa na Itumbi afanye nini? What was Githaiga to do? Why was Itumbi pay, why does Itumbi pay Githaiga? Exactly why? Githaiga anakula kwa serikali, anakula kwa Munyoro, anakula kwa Baby Top. Exactly why?
Domolina Gikoyo.
Hebu sema.
Molina Gikoyo.
Na kigwa Githugu. Garuya itopere ade hagacheke atia. Exactly.
Uraugo uguo neki na we
ade hagacheke atia sokekeu.
Dikereria we nyoneagwo ni Itumbi o wiki o wiki. Kavai twarie ma nyoneagwo o wiki o wiki ni Itumbi. We ni material ya William Ruto. We sio material Rigathi Gachagua. We ni material ya William Ruto. Na we ni mtu wa William Ruto. Wacha kutanganya. Na weteire dikoithire. Na weteire dikoithire nigetha ukethiri thiini wa thirikari. Wacheni kukula pesa na muongei. Wacheni kukula pesa na muongei. Kula pesa na uongee. Wacha kutanganya watu Mr. Githaiga. Wacha kutanganya Mr. Githaiga. Mulikuwa watu 20. Mulikuwa watu 20 pale wa Munyoro. Mulikuwa watu 20 ambaye mnakula pesa kwa William Ruto. Wewe unakula pesa kwa William Ruto. Wachana na William Ruto, simama na Rigathi Gachagua.
Na muno uyu ni guoya wiho tondu Ebola ni murimu uthene magana ihenya muno. Kuhutania na murwaru wa Ebola we ni wagia murimu uyu ro nawe. Thakame thithino mataheko ona mathugumo ciothe nginya iria ria nyondo ici ni njiganu cia gutheremia murimu wa Ebola. Murwaru wa Ebola agenyitirira handu nawe ucoke hutia handu hau ona we ne warwara no gicirie ugwati tori ungikorwo mathukuru-ini na mathoko-ini ona nginya ngari-ini cia muingi bathi-ini matatu-ini maundu maya mothe no makorwo mari ugwati tondu mundu mwe tu angikorwo na thina wa Ebola ni kuga no agwatie andu aria othe angikorwo hutithanitie nao ungihutia nguo ya murwaru wa Ebola ona we ni ugucoka gutuika na warwara ona kana hutie mirengeti yake koguo giki ni kiundu kingikorwo kiri ugwati nginya mathiko-ini ma murwaru wa Ebola no gwati tondu kiiba kia Ebola bado no gikoragwo kiri na ugwati wa guthie na mbere na gutheremia murimu uyu thina ungi ni ati nginya mundu uhanite ta hona Ebola ungicoka hutanie nake ino ni virus ikaraga muno na kuratuika ikaraga nginya rimwe mieri igana na mwiri-ini koguo na mundu uhanite ta honire murimu wa Ebola mundu uyu no akorwo no ugwati kuri andu angi koguo thina uyu ndukaga tu o hindi ria mundu aroneka ena dalili ona mundu uyu rero ni ahonete Ebola ahota gukorwo no ugwati Ebola no nyite nginya nyamu na kuratuika nyamu ta icio nacio no irehere andu thina uyu wa Ebola na nyamu ta nugu nyamu ta njege ona kana thia na ngurwe cia githaka ici no ikorwo ikirehereria andu mathina maya ma Ebola muhiano tuge ni ngurwe ya githaka ni ya Ebola icoke yuke gwaku icone kindu ona hihi kana icone ta murango we nawe ukihutia murango ucio ni kuga we ona we nduranitwo na thina uyu wa Ebola niki andu mena wasi na nikio bururi urakinya handu ugetigira ati giki ni kiundu gibati gukorwo gikirorwo muno tondu giki no gicoke gukorwo kiundu ugwati na nikio andu ingi maroiga angiko bururi ni urarehithiriria kana ni urahingura mirango ni undu wa maundu ta maya no mwaka bururi tocio ukorwo wihariirie muno na andu ingi magacoka makoiga murimu-ini uyu Kenya ndironeka ihaririirie Ebola ikoragwo na stage 3 stage ya mbere ni area etagwo ya incubation period haha no hakorwo he hathi kwemwe nginyagia thiku 21 na wina virus ni kuga ihinda-ini riri wina virus no hindi no virus no guthegera thegea mwiri-ini no dalili cia kwitironeka stage ya mbere ndukoragwo ono kimenya kana wina thina wa Ebola stage ya keri ni etagwo ya dry symptoms riu kuma haha ni ihenya no gacoka ugaikara thiku 3 cingiko ni ciathie muno haha ni ukwambiriria kurwara ukagia dalili no ugeciria ni homa tondu ugeciria ni homa nditu urugari ukambata muno na hindi no ni urainaina ukaga hinya ukaigwa nogete mutwe ugakuria na njira nene muno ugacoka ukaigwa ruo rwa joints na icoka igatura ugacoka ukaigwa ruo runene mumero kwanja hindi urameria kindu ni ki andu aingi haha makoragwo magicira ni homa ya kawaida thutha wa thiku ta 3 riu ukaigira stage ya muthia ino ni stage area iragwo ni ugwati muno hindi no nirio virus ikoragwo ithukitie cero ciaku cia mwiri na uhoti wothe wa mwiri wa kuhurana na murimu haha Ebola ikoragwo hana tari HIV inyuite bangi koguo igaikorwo ni iragutindika na njira nene muno. Murwaru ni akinyaga handu akaharwo nginya mai magathira mwiri agatahika muno. Uguo maundu maya meri makatindika murwaru muno na akaga mai mwiri-ini tondu ni arahona ni aratahika na agaikorwo ena ruo runene muno rwanda. Ukagia nyegerera muingi uhana tari wa gutuneherera na nyegerera ucio wonekaga uthiu ukoneka ngingo na no wonekaga nda ngothi haria hothe hagia nyegerera uyu ni cokaga ikonuka na igacoka ikagia ruo muno. Mundu no agie rwegetha rutarathira na maitho makahana ta thakame, maitho magatunega tari thakame. Kuma haha murwaru ambagia kura thakame tondu virus ni thukagia nginya ikanina lining ya mikiha thiini ya thakame na ona ikanina uhoti wa kumatia thakame, kiundu kiria gitagwo gia clotting. Koguo hindi ria uroira thakame ndingiuka ituike ati ni amatirira nigetha utige kura muno. Thakame no uraga nja wa mwiri, koguo he kumwe ngoneka thakame ni iroira nja wa mwiri na nikio hi mundu araharwo thakame na agakinya handu agutahika thakame na thakame no wambagia nginya kura thiini wa mwiri. Nikio ndauga no wikorwo ni uratahika thakame tondu thakame no iraitikana kuria mwiri thiini na no rathie nambe na kura nja wa mwiri. Murwaru haha ndakoragwo akimenya na arwaru amwe ni mambagia kuria na matuhuhu na haha tombo gakinya handu ha kuimba murwaru akambia kung'irang'ira. Murwaru akinya haha ciega ciake ciothe cia mwiri igakovovana, ciega ciothe cia mwiri cia na thiini igakorwo ni ciakua. Higo ciambagiriria gukua, ini rigakua, mahuri magakua, ngoro neo ikuaga ya muthia biu na ngoro yagikua mundu ucio ndangicoka kwirwo ati ni ahona. Strain iria makitie thi muno ya Ebola tha icio gweretwo budi bujo na ndiri dawa na ndiri njanjo. Ino niwe koretwo igitherema kuria DRC na no yona kenete bururi wa Uganda na riboti iroiga ati makiria ma andu 220 ni marikitie kuragwo ni thina uyu wa Ebola. Gitumi kia andu ana nyuki kugia na wasiwasi ni gitumi kiiganu. Laikipia airbase iri muthufari-ini wa Nanyuki guku no kuo gukoragwo kuri na Nyati barracks iriko ikoragwo ikihuthirwo ni jesi ya Batuka kana iria itagwo jesi ya Ngeretha. Nanyuki town ni macemanirio manene ma muingi. Afithaa ya jesi ni makoragwo makiumira na maga aya ndoiga arekipia airbase ni makoragwo makiumira na matindaga kuria town ya Nanyuki na guku town-ini ya Nanyuki makoragwo magicemania na muingi na nikio andu maroiga maundu maya magicoka gutwika thina wa kambino ya jesi ni kuga maya no maundu megucoka gutwika thina kuri muingi tondu andu aya matigeikaraga kambi mahinda me mothe no moimaga na magacoka gutukana na andu aria angi. Laikipia ni kundu gukoragwo na biashara nene maundu-ini megie ugendi kana tourism. Andu aingi ni maroiga biashara ta ici ni kuharagana na ikofovane na mawira mathire tondu andu aingi no metigire gukorwo magicera kundu kuria kuroneka kwina thina uyu wa Ebola na nikio raigwa andu magikinya handu makoiga gike ti kiundu kiega na thirikari yao ni bati gukorwo egiciria muno ndeto eno maundu macio.
The US Safe House Foreign Affairs Committee has urged the USA government to take Americans home for treatment and not dump them in foreign countries. We join the people of Kenya, the health professionals, in saying no to this Ebola facility in Nanyuki or elsewhere within the territory of the Republic of Kenya. Kenyans' interest must come first, Mr. President. On the second issue, like all other Kenyans, we are greatly alarmed by the targeted, well-oiled ethnic profiling of the people of the Mount Kenya community. This leaves us with no choice but to tell the people that they are under siege from the man they voted for as president, Mr. William Ruto. Apart from denying them development, maiming and killing their children, issuing shoot-to-kill orders, the president has now orchestrated a 41 versus 1 narrative to sever the people of the Mount Kenya region. In particular, the Kikuyu, Embu, Meru, and Tharaka communities. From the outset, we want it to be publicly known that any violence, destruction of property, and loss of life in Mount Kenya region is state-sponsored. The chief financier of this scheme is the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, and the PS for Interior, Mr. Raymond Omolo, while the executor is one Mr. Moses Kuria. We want to remind Mr. William Ruto a simple story of the former president of Liberia, Mr. Charles Taylor. He is still serving a 50-year jail term in a British prison following his involvement in civil war in Sierra Leone for crimes against humanity, including murder, rape, among others. To Mr. Moses Kuria, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, Mr. Omar Hassan, Mr. Raymond Omolo, be reminded of Rwanda's Felicien Kabuga. Kenyans have not forgotten the 2007-2008 post-election violence. Mr. William Ruto, the then Eldoret North MP, crafted a 41 versus 1 narrative to isolate the people of the Mount Kenya region. We remember that over 1,300 Kenyans lost their lives. Hundreds of thousands of Kenyans lost their property and homes. Some Kenyans are still in IDP camps 20 years later. Mr. William Ruto and the UDA Secretary General, Mr. Omar Hassan, a notorious hate monger and tribal terrorist, have a better story to tell. We do not know what bitter obsession the two leaders have with the people of the Mount Kenya region. 20 years later, we know that Mr. William Ruto is more vicious, is more bold, is more brutal, is more bitter, is less caring, is too bloodthirsty, is well networked, is more resourced, is better experienced to cause electoral violence and state-sponsored violence and terrorism. This is just to subvert the will of the people and rule by the iron fist in the 2027 elections. Mr. William Ruto, we want to advise you and your warmongers that Kenyans are more superior and more enlightened. The world is more alert, and ICC is closer to you than ever before. The world must watch the brewing state-sponsored violence and culture of goonism in Kenya, courtesy of Mr. William Ruto and his mafia. He is more emboldened by the fact that his former lawyer, Mr. Karim Khan, is the chief prosecutor at ICC. 2027 is not 2007. 2027 is not 2007. And neither is 2007 2027. This profiling, tribal and ethnic incursion, and smear campaign will not be tolerated. The people of the Mount Kenya region are free to live anywhere in this country and do business with others. Fellow Kenyans, we want to take you back to the Gen Z protests of the year 2024 and the year 2025 and the subsequent Sabasaba Day protests. Hundreds of our young people were killed by this regime. We have buried some, and others have never been seen. We have not forgotten. Other young people were pushed through the courts of law under terrorism charges, but they were later released because these were trumped up charges by the government of Mr. William Ruto. We know that the peaceful protests in the Mount Kenya region specifically were infiltrated by state-sponsored militia under police protection. These goons viciously attacked and torched national government offices in North Kalau, and at least 7 county government vehicles were torched. The identities of these goons were given to the DCI, and to date, not a single arrest has been done. However, innocent young people were apprehended and forced to record false statements to implicate the area Senator John Medhu, myself. Fortunately, these statements could not make a case when the government learned that the days before and after the mayhem, the senator was out of the country on official duty. In Kikuyu town, locals were torched and sections of the sub-county offices, vehicles and machinery were destroyed by goons well coordinated by the government to lay blames on the innocent and peaceful residents of Kikuyu town and blame it on the opposition. In Naivasha town, Power Star supermarket was petrol bombed and small businesses have never recovered. 8 trucks belonging to Kanini wholesalers were torched. Ketia supermarket was broken into and shelves emptied, while Nganga's hotel was completely vandalized. In Kabati, Kandara constituency, Murang'a County, county supermarket was looted dry. The proprietor sounded an alarm 3 hours before the looting began, and not a single police officer showed up. The culprits were non-locals, guarded by police in plain clothes. In Meru town, Maguna's supermarket was torched in broad daylight to lay blame on the DCP National Organizing Secretary, the Honorable Midhika Linturi. Video clips of police officers and goons torching the supermarket went viral online. No arrests were made, no arrests have been made. In Githurai, Kasmat supermarket was broken into and looted. It took over 4 hours before the police responded. Concurrently, the cooperative bank breaking took 2 hours in the same area, and no police officers appeared at the crime scene of crime. More recently, on the 18th of May 2026, when public transport services providers kept their vehicles off the road to protest the high fuel prices, protests in the Mount Kenya towns were infiltrated by state-sponsored goons. They destroyed property, blocked roads, and looted businesses. More such actions of state-sponsored violence have been meted to the people of Kajiado and Narok, specifically Kitengera and Kiserian towns. Dear Kenyans, we have given you the above selected cases to demonstrate the tribal incursion and targeted blackmail of the people of Mount Kenya. 2 weeks ago, at State House, Mombasa, Mr. William Ruto and Mr. Kithure Kindiki and UDA allied MPs of the Mount Kenya community within prompted Mr. Omar Hassan, the venomous UDA Secretary General, and Mr. Amason Kingi, the Speaker of the Senate, to a tribal offensive against the people of the Mount Kenya region. The script was well executed. They were later backed by the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Bandi and the Senate Majority Leader Aaron Cheruiyot. Mr. Omar Hassan has clearly told the people of Mount Kenya that they will never be anywhere near power. He called the people of Mount Kenya all manner of names. All this was in front of the president and his deputy, who were nodding happily. In the same event, Mr. Amason Kingi, the Speaker of the Senate, blatantly castigated the people of the Mount Kenya region. All this in front of the president and his deputy. Mr. John Bandi, the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, has told the people of the Mount Kenya region that they should be nowhere near the leadership of this country. He has not been asked a single question. He is the Cabinet Secretary in charge of the National Treasury. The Lamu County Woman Member of Parliament, Muthoni Marubu, warned Kikuyus in Peketoni and Lamu that they would be killed if they do not vote for William Ruto in 2027. Mr. William Ruto has a perfect script to stifle the people of the Mount Kenya region to oblivion ahead of the 2027 general elections and ensure voter suppression, voter apathy, and completely demobilize them. To the people of the Mount Kenya region, we stand with you as your leaders. You are Kenyans, and a majority of the people of Kenya stand with you. Be strong. We remind you that you are still the sons and daughters of Mau Mau. Since the government of Mr. William Ruto will not protect your businesses and your properties, you must invest in private security and secure your properties. Know your neighbor and keep watch. Ahead of the anticipated June 2026 Gen Z anniversary and the Finance Bill 2026 anticipated protest, we have received credible intelligence that Mr. William Ruto, through Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, Mr. Raymond Omoro, and Mr. Moses Kuria, are planning to destroy businesses, and property belonging to the people of the Mount Kenya region. Do not allow people not from your locality to protest and destroy property and your businesses. Remain peaceful and protect your towns and villages. Fellow Kenyans, we further heard that the UDA allied MPs from the Mount Kenya region were trying to shout at Omar Hassan, the UDA Secretary General, to resign. In fact, they gave him 48 hours to resign. It is now over 350 hours. Vote out if you're men. Vote out if you're women enough. Why haven't you called on Amason Kingi, John Bandi, Kithure Kindiki, and William Ruto to resign? We are not fools, and we are not your children. You are our colleagues, and we know you well. Further, we know that you are in the William Ruto script to split the mountain and introduce new wheelbarrow parties. We are waiting for you to vote out of UDA. Bring that wheelbarrow in whichever color. Some of your friends have been trying, and the dream hasn't taken off yet. Where were you when William Ruto killed hundreds of Gen Zs? Where were you when goons were wreaking havoc on our people? Where were you when Ruto unleashed goons on the people of Kenya? Where were you when Gikomba Market, wakulima traders, Githaiga and Roysambu traders were being harassed by Mr. William Ruto? Where were you when night demolitions were being carried out by Mr. William Ruto on the said markets? Where were you when children and women were attacked in churches in Wetima, Kariobangi, and Mweki? Had you lost your senses and you have found them now? Fellow Kenyans, the attacks sanctioned by Mr. William Ruto, Mr. Kipchumba Murkomen, Mr. Raymond Omolo, and executed by Mr. Moses Kuria and Mount Kenya, William Ruto allied MPs are being wheeled and carried out by the foreign police officers who have attacked women and children in Wetima and Mweki churches, who have since been promoted to higher ranks. We have them in their names. We also have their service numbers. The team leader for the Nairobi Sierra Group is Mr. Major Nicholas Mwachovi. The other members of the group are Corporal John Maina, Corporal Vincent Maronga, Peter Matu, Owen Kagia, David Uchieng, Eric Obiero, Jeff Mutweri, Jackson Kioko, Kefa Okuoyo. Finally, we want to urge the people of Kenya to remain vigilant. Your life is in your hands. Do not expect William Ruto to take care of your security when he cannot even secure himself. His mind is full of violence. That is the end of our statement. Thank you very much. Asanteni sana. It is very comprehensive. You need not to ask questions. Asanteni sana.
Niliserve kama mbunge wa Laikipia East kutoka 2013 mpaka 2017. Wakenya ambao wanagoma leo wanagoma dhidi ya rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya kuruhusu William Ruto kuruhusu quarantine camp ya Ebola iletwe hapa Nanyuki. Ikiletwa hapa Nanyuki ni kumaanisha Wakenya ambao wako Nanyuki na Laikipia nzima na Kenya nzima watakuwa hatarini. Mahali hiyo kambi inaenda kukitwa, kuna wanafunzi wa sekondari na primary 2,400 just next to the camp. What humanity is there? Itawezekanaje kambi ya kuleta Ebola inawekwa kwa shule? Katika ile kambi kuna wanajeshi 5,000. Kuna wafanyikazi ambao wanafanya kwa British Army kutoka hapa Nanyuki. Watu 10,000 na wanatangamana na watu na hata kokote kule kuliko na hilo janga la Ebola. hiyo kambi ingefaa iwekwe Kongo. Wamarekani wenyewe wamekataa iwekwe kwao. Kwa hivyo tunaona ni jambo baya zaidi kwa rais kuruhusu. Rais amesaliti wa Kenya. Amesaliti wa Kenya kwa kukubali hiyo kambi letwe hapa. Sisi si wanyama wa pori. We are not lab rats. We are not guinea pigs to be tested with. Hata hawa askari wako hapa. Huo ugonjwa ukiletwa hapa, hakuna mtu hata mmoja atakuwa na afueni huko. Na sio hapa peke yake. Tunajua namna huo ugonjwa wa Ebola unasambaa. Na hasa ukiletwa kama mji kama huu ambao una watu takriban 50,000. Ukiletwa hapa na watu wanasafiri Nairobi kila siku na kila mahali. Ni kuonyesha Kenya yote haina amani. Na tunauliza kama ile National Security Council iliketi kukubalisha hii. Kama cabinet iliketi kukubalisha haya mambo. Because this is an issue of national security. It is an issue of national security. Sio jambo la rais kwenda ati amepewa bilioni 1.5. Bilioni 1.5.
Nauliza rais, so chukua watu Ebola weke State House. Why don't you take Ebola in your State House? Msisi hata rais saa akipeleka Ebola State House, ashikwe na Ebola akufie huko, we have no problem. Tutakuwa safe. Nimesikia mtu anakuja kusimama, kuna watu wanasema ati Uhuru Kenyatta ndiye alisaini ile kitu. My friend, hakuna mtu mwenye alisaini maneno ya Ebola ikuja hapa, ni Rais William Kipchirchir Arap Ruto. Nauliza rais, so chukua watu Ebola weke State House. Why don't you take Ebola in your State House? Msisi hata rais saa akipeleka Ebola State House, ashikwe na Ebola akufie huko, we have no problem. Tutakuwa safe.
Mr. He thimo ya Gikuyu yugaga kindu kio niku gitire muhuthia na kitho wa Shari na kio ndu cia serious niki America nika bururi kariko ke Africa kangituhoneria Ebola itho wa Shari ni ithui mwathani na tuturaga online itho wa Shari ndoigwetha tuturaga online twina mundu gwitwo Mr. Wonderful tukihuthiria nginya andu akansa guthia India utigeti ya nini nginya kura andu aria mari Israeli aria mari arwaru mangu twina quarantine yao titakuguruka sati amitabo.
The police, we've seen the way you operated in Laikipia. And we are asking the police to protect citizens and not to be used by President William Ruto to kill, maim and hurt Kenyans.
Ni action, comrade power. Yani, KU understand the mission. Whereby the spokesman, Isaac Mwaura, alikuwa anaongea kwa alikuwa na Lisa Award 2026 in KU. Now, Isaac Mwaura akaanza two term. Utake ona ile mambo mjione. Karata iligeuka, wakaanza one term. Ruto must go.